Hey everybody, how you doing? I stayed up because I know it's like almost 4 o'clock, but I couldn't get a lot of thoughts regarding the Paul versus Tyson fight off my mind, and I wasn't gonna go to I couldn't go to sleep because they were just strangling in my head, and I finally figured out what they all were, and I put them together. So I got a cup of coffee here, and decided to let her rip. And here goes. Look, a friend of mine called me and said we were talking about other things. I said, "Hey, you gonna watch the fight?" He goes, "Oh, is it coming on?" I said, "It's not on yet." He goes, "Well, who you like? Who's gonna win?" You know, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. I said, "I'm really not watching it for that. I'm watching it for the social media. I'm watching it for the business." And he said, "Oh." And then he says, "Well, I'll call you later about the other stuff." And it occurred to me just how many people were invested in this being a real fight. Now, the real fights came in the undercard. Those were real fights, okay? But Tyson versus Paul was an exhibition, and my null hypothesis was that this was all done to get money from Mike Tyson. And I was right because, look, I feel that Mike Tyson beat Jake Paul. Jake Paul threw a lot of punches that didn't connect, but even as I'm looking at them and saying, hey, look, these punches are not connecting, the announcers saying, oh, hit him with this, and oh, Tyson is down, and his legs are wobbly, and all this. I'm thinking, give me a break. And I thought, you know what? The fix is in. This is not an actual fight where the judges are going to score it properly and we're going to get maybe a draw or something like that. What this is Jake Paul's as executive producer, okay? Because Jake Paul has the knowledge of how to build the infrastructure, connecting social media with a venue, bringing the eyeballs to help Mike Tyson. And I believe the objective was to, first of all, to create a vehicle to get a great person who became his friend, Mike Tyson, and his family into a position where they were back solvent again. And then, of course, for him and his brother, Logan Paul, to make a little money on the side. And why not? I mean, he's actually helping an iconic figure. And so to that, I say, bravo to Jake Paul and bravo to Logan Paul for doing that. Everybody else that was connected and putting it together, including Netflix. It got the public excited. When was the last time, not since I think the days of, Ali versus Foreman or Jolly versus Frazier, or you have to go back that far to find something that was of this caliber of interest. Okay. And this was just an exhibition. Those were real fights that had meaning, like heavyweight champion of the world and everything else. But let's be honest. Jake Paul hit on maybe 2% more of his punches than Mike Tyson did. And Mike Tyson was clearly playing for the long haul. He was clearly playing to go the entire 8 rounds. He wasn't going to go all out, except when on occasion, because he knew that all he had to do was essentially show up and throw enough punches so that Jake Paul could throw more. Then they have the score based purely on who threw the most punches, not knock him out. All right. Neither was going to knock the other person out. They came close, especially Mike Tyson. All right. But when I heard the announcers basically tell me, oh, Tyson's hurt. Oh, he looks hurt. I'm thinking, he doesn't look hurt. That's when I said, you know what? This is not real. This is truly an exhibition. Now, would you say the public was had? I would say no. The public got what it wanted. It wanted to see a young, brash white guy, Jake Paul, taking on an older black boxing legend in Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson didn't disappoint. He showed people that, hey, indeed, he's got gas in the tank. that all this ageism that was thrown around was absolutely ridiculous. Everybody was, eh. But what it really did, again, I can't emphasize this enough, is it put money in the pocket of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson owed 13 million to the IRS, 4 million to British banks, and he had additional hangers on that he owed money to promoters and that sort of thing. As I understand it, he got 14 million from Don King, but that didn't clear out all of his debts. But if you take what he got from this or what he's set to get, his debts are cleared. He's debt free. Not bad. Not bad. So Jake Paul did Mike Tyson a gigantic favor. All right. Jake Paul indeed has in a sense, the ATM to make it work for him, and that's what happened. Does it mean that Jake Paul truly is better than Mike Tyson? Nope, not at all. Mike knew it. Mike knew what it was all about. Mike knew the benefits down the road. Mike knew both immediate and long term. Mike cared about his family. He was willing, if you think about it, he was willing to drop his ego to say, yeah, Jake's a great fighter, and I accept the outcome. He's the winner. I congratulate him and everything else, and say good things about him. And of course, Jake Paul is going to call him what Mike Tyson is, a true legend, right? But the people who benefited from that really was Mike Tyson. It was Mike Tyson, Netflix, because of the eyeballs that Netflix got. Even if it did have a crash, I didn't see the crash. I know friends did. Maybe you did. I didn't. Social media, because it once again proves the ability of social media to really draw a crowd and draw a gigantic crowd. Okay. It's called scaling, to scale rapidly and bring big dividends. That's what it proves. It proves that to sports properties like the NFL. And that's why Jerry Jones is only too happy to have it in his stadium. Although I kept thinking, gee, how come it's not in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium? I have to do some research on that one. All right. The city of Arlington, in terms of the economic impact from this event, drawing 70,000 people. All right. Not bad. So bravo to Jake Paul for setting it up. Mike Tyson was the real winner. So give him his thumbs up. All right. Hey, share this around. Let me know what you think. Write in the comments, please. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark Zenny62blog.com. Thanks.